It began with an unexpected death. Roderick Usher's eldest son, a seemingly healthy young man, suddenly collapsed and died without explanation. The Usher family, one of the wealthiest and most powerful in the world, dismissed it as a tragic accident. But deep within the walls of the Usher mansion, something darker was stirring. As the weeks went by, strange occurrences began to plague the remaining heirs of the Usher pharmaceutical empire. The lights would flicker, strange noises echoed through the halls, and each night felt colder than the last. But nothing compared to the dread that settled over Roderick Usher. He felt it growing, a force that was coming for him, a darkness rooted in the very foundation of his family. His second child, a daughter named Madeline, was the next to fall. Her death was even more mysterious than her brother's. She began to sleepwalk, muttering strange words that no one could understand. Some nights, her eyes seemed to glow in the dark, reflecting something unnatural. When she was found lifeless in her room, her body contorted unnaturally, it was clear, whatever was hunting the Usher family was far from done. As the remaining family members gathered for her funeral, whispers of a curse began to circulate. Roderick knew the truth but could never admit it. The success of the Usher empire wasn't built on hard work alone, it was built on something far more sinister. Deals made in the shadows, promises sealed with blood. Now, the time had come for the family to pay for their sins. With each passing day, the Usher mansion became a prison. The remaining heirs, once confident in their wealth and power, were now consumed by fear. Roderick, too, felt the walls closing in. The house itself seemed to shift and groan, like a living thing suffocating them all. One by one, the rest of Roderick's children fell, each death more horrifying than the last. A daughter locked in a room, clawing at the walls, screaming about figures in the shadows. A son found floating in the family lake, his eyes open, staring at something no one else could see. Roderick's empire, once untouchable, was crumbling, and no amount of money or influence could save him now. In the final days, only Roderick and his last remaining child, a son named Victor, remained. Victor was determined to uncover the truth, to break whatever curse had taken his siblings. He pored through old family documents, unearthing secrets that should have stayed buried. But it was too late. The house itself had awakened, and it demanded the rest of the Usher bloodline. In a desperate attempt to save his son, Roderick set fire to the house. As the flame spread, he could hear the screams of his lost children echoing through the halls. But even as the mansion burned, the darkness didn't leave. It consumed Roderick, claiming him as its final victim. Victor barely escaped the fire, but as he looked back at the burning ruins, he knew the truth. The Usher family was forever cursed, and its legacy of greed and corruption would never be forgotten. As the last of the mansion crumbled to ash, Victor swore to break the chain of evil that had haunted his family for generations. But deep down, he knew the truth. There was no escaping the Usher curse. And even though the house was gone, the darkness remained, lurking in the shadows, waiting to rise again.